do I need to start the competition as well?
No,
Are you
do
asking
that.
the
Right. Anyway, hello
First
and
of all, ask what the audio's like, because I've noticed there's 2 audios.
okay, guys, can you hear us?
If you can, what does the audio sound like? What does audio taste like?
Yeah.
What does audio sound like?
This is going so well.
Yeah, yeah.
Smooth.
Real professionalism on our part.
I think it was fine. It seemed fine on the.
Cool.
With the audio, yeah.
It seemed fine when I was listening in earlier. Okay, and welcome to our first of 3 Halloween live streams.
Boom boom.
Who did you think?
I wasn't consulted about this.
Well, that's the first it's been called that.
Yeah, well, I made an executive decision, and that's what we're going with. So it's a live stream. So there we are. Right, don't despair. We're just getting started. So tonight we are going to be playing Warhammer Underworlds Nightvault.
We're going to be in the Nightvault, and we felt it was apt, not just because you've got quite a few spooky war bands, but because in this particular cycle for the game, we've explored the city of Shadespire, and in Nightvault we're delving into the laboratories and catacombs beneath the city. So it's all getting a bit eerie.
Getting a bit spooky.
Yeah.
As if, Shadespire wasn't spooky enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who are we playing as tonight?
So, I'm Ben, for those of you who maybe don't know me, and I'm going to be playing as the Cursebreakers, which is the new Stormcast warband. And what is interesting about this warband is that they are all wizards, all 3 of them. So
Ben doing a little sleight of hand there.
yeah, just sort
top
of had
class.
an objective.
Top
hidden
class
there.
cheating.
Yeah. So I'm going to be playing as the Cursebreakers for tonight.
Okie doke.
Hello.
Charlotte.
I'm Charlotte, and I'm going to be playing as Briar Queen and her minions of thorny pricks. So that is what we will be playing as. They're very cool chain rasps. So
Yeah.
they're sort
Not
of.
thorny pricks.
They're actually
going with-
ethereal
I was
pricks.
going with Briar Rose. That's kind of the theme I was
Yeah.
going for.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're very cool. They're very cool miniatures.
Yeah.
Look how awesome they are.
Tom?
I'm on.
Yeah, we're live.
You are playing as the Eyes of the Nine.
There you go. That's who I'm playing as. They are Zechian worshippers, chaos twisted abominations.
Bit ragtag, where most of the other war bands are pretty much all the same race. You've got a rainbow coalition of
dancing.
yeah.
Did we not
And magic.
describe it as if it was like Animal House? If it, what was it?
Yeah, it's like some sort of sitcom.
Yeah.
The
Where
chaos
they all
house.
The
they all
chaos
live
house.
in the same flat.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Like,
That's what
Yeah,
it's like.
Bit of a frat house.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
See them
the
well.
Zangor's just there complaining, who's drank my milk? Like,
And Josh,
I'm playing, it has to be the best looking warband out of the new 4 Goblins! Zarbag's Gits,
yes,
I believe. Yes, Gits they are. So, looking forward to that. But I think we're going to kick things off here with the Stormcast versus the Nighthorn.
yeah.
So, if we bear with us.
So where do these
2
two
ticks.
groups hail from, Ben? Tell us about this expansion.
Okay, so for Nightvault, this expansion is following the story arc for Age of Sigmar.
Okay.
So Nagash is at it again. He's
Oh, you dog!
he tried to take over the world again, and once again failed to foresee chaos meddling in that. And then you had a cataclysmic event called the Necroquake, which was felt through all the mortal realms. Long story short, magic has happened
Magic
in
ensued.
abundance. Yeah. Magic
Okay.
has ensued. The Night Haunt are the poster boys for Nagash in this particular conflict, and they are up against the poster boys for Sigmar, the Stormcast Eternals, in particular the Sacrosanct Chamber, who were up until this point overseeing the reincarnation of the Stormcast, but because things are getting a bit hairy, Sigmar's deployed them.
Yeah,
And with
like in a Michael Bay film, stuff has just got real.
Yeah.
So now they've been called in.
So and Josh has quite aptly described these guys as swole wizards.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
They're
the Sacrosanct Chamber.
wizards who have hit the gym.
Studying at the Iron Church.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just lifting up those books. Like.
So I did I kind of agreed with a lot of people that said that the Stormcast were a bit devoid of personality up until this point. Because I feel like they're not just like a mirror image of Space Marines anymore. They do have their own flavour, their own character now. And I've actually got quite a collection of the new Sacrosanct stuff that I'm working on for Age of Sigmar at the moment. Big fan of this.
This is an aside. We've got Scruffy Guy in the chat. Looks like I made it. Looks like you did, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan. I'm sorry about your loss. Is
not get into
is
it
that
right
too
now.
soon?
Let's not get
Is
into
that
it
too
right now.
soon?
Our condolences.
Yeah.
So,
Anyone else is going to be
do
like,
we need to move the camera?
What we could do
Play
is
down the way.
center
Yeah.
things up a little bit more.
Cool.
Scoochie.
Hey, Josh.
Hello. I'm moving
Josh
away.
is moving off camera to technical support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can easily go back on camera.
But please don't.
Please don't.
Means a lot, guys. Cheers.
Okay, so
Yeah, Tom was telling us just how much he really enjoyed doing it.
That's not true. That's a damnable lie.
He didn't really.
Everything's fine.
So what we'll do is we're sort of going to try and explain how the game works a little bit as we go along, because
I am
Charlotte,
familiar with Shadespire, but not so familiar with the new mechanics.
there isn't a whole lot of new mechanics.
Or the magic.
The new the big new thing is magic,
Yes.
which is not essential to the game. So if you've got a warband that doesn't have a wizard, you're not going to be hamstrung. And if anything, a lot of the older warbands have got some new tricks with the interactions they have with the new cards, which is cool.
Sweet.
So first things first is we are going to roll off for placement. So I have 2 semicircles.
So we're looking for crits here.
Yeah. So Charlotte gets 1 crit.
Get
Yeah.
that crit. Get that crit.
So I have lost the roll off, and I get to pick.
So we've got a lot more boards than we
Yeah.
had previously.
So lethal hexes are a big part of the game now, which is it's basically a hex where if you pass through it at any point, you take a point of damage.
Okay.
So you can really use that to your advantage. However, the Night Haunt treat lethal hexes as normal hexes. So if I were to put lethal hexes down, I would really just be
Penalising yourself.
yeah. So to that end, I'm going to use one of the new boards, but I'm going to use the side that doesn't have any lethal hexes on it.
It's very canny.
He knows what he's doing.
That's
This
my
is
plan.
not his first rodeo.
Okay.
Sounded every bit the sports commentator.
I'm practicing now. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
So Charlotte, if you want to,
So
pick
I
a
get
board.
to pick and then decide where they go, don't I?
Yes,
Yeah.
you
That's my
do. Yeah.
my
Your
contribution.
involvement.
Yep.
So it does mean
As
that
far as my involvement goes.
it does mean that potentially you could have the board set up in a corridor if that was helpful to you. But the way that Night Haunt work, you really want to get in about the enemy. So
Okay.
Should I believe him? Is he leading me to a trap?
I mean, he seems
Who
legit.
knows?
I'm going to go for this one.
okay, so
I
you
will
get to
give Tom these.
Thank you very much.
set that up.
Let's see.
And I only get to choose what board I have. As far
Yeah.
as orientation and everything goes, Charlotte has full control over that.
We'll go for that.
There's a joke in there.
There is.
apparently.
I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
Keep that to yourself. Okay.
Okay, so now that we have deployed the boards, we do objectives.
I
So
take it those red lines mark the lethal hexes.
Yes.
red's lethal hexes. These shaded ones are impassable,
Yeah.
so they also block line of sight.
you
Well-
see
So it means
open on
that
the
if
board?
you cannot draw a straight line,
I think so. Yeah.
so like if I had a guy here, for example, wanting to attack a guy
Maybe try
here,
some out of
you
it.
can't draw a straight line to him.
Okay.
How do I do that?
You'd have to bend round the way, so
I'm with
I'm
you.
just gonna try and
can't
zoom in a
really-
wee bit. See if we can actually see
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You've got it in the center.
That's
Is that
looking a
okay,
bit
yeah?
better, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom in a little bit more. There we go. That's great.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So the normal
go.
restrictions,
Is it focused enough?
Yeah.
the normal restrictions that we had for Shadespire apply to placing objectives.
Okay.
So you can't have objectives within 2 hexes of one another. They cannot go on impassable, lethal, or starting hexes, and the first 4 objectives also cannot go on border hexes.
Okay.
So that's these ones here. You don't count incomplete hexes as far as the game goes. They don't really exist. So I'm going to place my first objective. Here.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I will go here.
Folks in chat, have any of you guys had a chance to try out Nightvault? Have you been playing Shadespire and wanting to give it a go? Tell us your thoughts.
Chat to Josh. Keep him busy.
I have a very short attention span.
like a dog in a park.
Yeah.
That's too
So
close, isn't it?
so here Charlotte's placed that too close, so
Too
she's
close?
going to have to
Here we
move
see
that one.
Charlotte has made an illegal move.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What is it you're supposed to say in Blood Bowl? Illegal procedure.
And we'll park that there. So all the objectives have been placed. We
Yep.
now flip all of these over,
Flippity flip flip.
and
2
you
and
you
5.
see
Oh, I
all
like
of
that
them
one.
are they've got
Very
new
nice.
artwork on the new
Mm.
objectives as
Yeah.
well. So
Let's show the people at home. It's beautiful.
you've got a sort of astrolabe.
Objective, look at that.
A
all the way to-
planetarium.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Planetarium.
So again, it's reinforcing
Intergalactic planetarium.
this idea that we're in the laboratories and catacombs below. You've got crystal formations. You've got a very
Sinister
sketchy
looking.
looking operating
Dentist's
table.
chair.
So now that that's done, we draw our cards. So that's
Okay.
3 objective cards.
So I've not actually looked through my deck, so I am playing entirely blind.
And then we
And
draw.
I can, if I choose to get, I need to discard my entire hand the first turn, don't I?
You don't discard your entire hand. You discard either the entirety of the objectives or the power cards.
Well, that's what I'm because at the moment my hand
but you
consists
do have
of.
to discard all
Yes,
3 of them.
that's
Yeah,
fine. So I'm
yeah.
going to do that.
Yeah, Ryan, we really like Underworlds. I keep nearly calling it Shades.
Shunderworlds.
Shunderworlds. Warhammer Underworlds.
And
w-
5, is it? Yeah.
5
power
power
cards.
cards. Yeah, Warhammer Underworlds is great fun. Probably like the best original Games Workshop game they've brought out in a while, I'd say.
I would say so. Yeah.
It's
Have not played Kill Team yet though. So
and it's relatively affordable to get into as well. So
A team will only set you back £17.50 British pence. In pounds.
I'm going to discard my entire hand because that was dreadful.
Your object. Okay.
Okay.
let's have a look at your hand, Charlotte. Shunderworld's copyright Unlucky Frog Media. Yes.
Yeah. Lovely people. My cards. Don't tell Ben. Shh.
Okay. So, are you settled on your cards then?
Yes.
So we are rolling off again, and this time we're rolling off to see who deploys first. So
All right.
No crit.
So when no
Charlotte
one,
wins the roll
yeah.
off.
So when
No, that's I got a semicircle there.
It really confuses me. So the
So-
semicircle's more wantful than The full circle.
So if no one has any crits, the next thing you count is the semicircles, and then after that it's these.
Okay.
So I got one semicircle, you didn't get any, so I win the roll off. So you can deploy first, Charlotte.
Okay.
Ben
Of
has
course.
the benefit that because he knows the rules, he can also cheat.
So I'm just making all these rules up as I go.
There are no kind of books that you can read.
And on this turn, it is just called Thunderdome. So,
Right.
Okay. I have placed this thorny prick here.
a scrub.
I really wish you would stop calling them that.
What is the name of the
Chain
Brian?
mass.
Yeah, no, but
Briar
we've got
Queen.
the Brian the Thorny Pricks.
I wanted
yeah.
to kill her Briar Rose. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
and she's all rosy.
Mm.
Very dramatic.
Yeah.
I like this guy though, and his.
So
Mhm.
I've
look at that.
deployed
Check
a
him out.
fighter now.
He's awesome. Look at him. Right, so that's me. That's Varklav. Varklav the Cruel.
All right.
Good to know.
And this is
He's
Headless
a bit
Joe.
nasty.
Sword
That-
Joe.
Yeah, that's his name, Headless Joe.
Oh. And this is Thorin Oakenshield. Ben doesn't like it when I call him that.
The names in general you're using for that warband are disturbing. So deploy Bossman just there.
Okay. This lovely person can go here. And
Nice.
I only have
you
3.
can go there.
Ryan, I never thank you for following us, by the way. So thank you very much. You guys at home, if you like what you see, give us a follow as well. It helps us out. Means you can see when we go live with our future streams. If any of you happen to have Amazon Prime as well, you get a free Twitch subscription with your
There you
Prime
go.
subscription. So
Me?
send us your Jeff Bezos money.
We are doing a competition, are we not?
We are going to do a competition, yes.
No, it's our first time doing the Twitch competition, so
Yeah,
we'll see how it
so-
actually goes.
Bear with us, but we are giving one of you beautiful people,
Put it on
And
the
it-
big camera, Josh.
big camera.
Much better image.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're not
this,
my real dad.
yeah, this delightful token tray for use of all your
Exclusive.
tabletop accessories, tokens,
There was
potpourri.
only ever
Like,
13 made? How many were made?
sorry. What? Where do you put your potpourri?
Your auntie's house.
What do you know about my aunt?
No,
How
I'm
many
not
were
sure
made?
leather would be very good for potpourri.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
They
there's
are-
one
they
way
are
to
gay.
find out. With the Unlucky Frog
So
Gaming.
Yeah.
only 13 of these were ever made
Yep.
by Trollhound Games for Unlucky Frog. So very exclusive piece of merchandise there. So stay tuned. We'll be giving that away
Well,
a
we're
little.
about
So
to
we-
launch
we're
the
going to
competition.
Oh.
So
Start the engines. So
let's see what happens.
start giveaway. Yeah. And I'm not really sure what's going to happen now.
You just
But-
press the button and
Your giveaway has started.
Woo!
So, there we
There
go.
are Streamlabs. There we go.
use Traffle to enter.
And no,
the raffle.
that's an exclamation mark.
What is it?
Exclamation, as in command raffle.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Aha.
Ryan, you've got your ticket.
Right,
Guys, the other people in chat, get on that.
right, cloth ears. We're starting.
Calling me cloth ears for.
Okay,
Right,
so
so-
we're all set.
Yep. So we
Can I,
roll.
so what dice will I? Have I got a set
So
of dice? How many dice should I have?
You do.
Like,
I'll
to
give.
have and
Yeah, I'll
all?
give you some defense dice there as well. So
Just
3.
while they're sorting their dice out, if the stream does drop, we will come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if there are any technical issues, we will return.
I'm not just gonna
Yep.
give up. And blue, do I have any
Do
blue?
bear
Or
with
do
us.
they just?
No, we've
basically-
only got
That's
3
fine.
spell dice.
Okay.
So, okay. So we roll off 4 each.
Yeah, I'm assuming Llama Craig is Iona.
Yeah.
Like, I
So-
think you have to do just the command by itself.
Yeah.
So I will tell you what to do. So
So we're each rolling off. I get +1 to the roll because I finished deploying first.
It's a Great.
So
1-1.
I get 1, Charlotte got 1, but she has 2 semicircles, so Charlotte wins the roll off and gets to choose who goes first.
I will let you go first
Okay.
in this instance.
Josh, you can also respond to the chat by typing in.
I prefer talking to them. One, I don't want to type, and 2, they get to hear
Well,
the sound of my beautiful
It
voice.
might be useful to hear how the game is played as well. So.
Guess I've been
Sick
told.
Children.
Right, so my first activation, what am I going to do?
What is an activation?
So for an activation,
That's
you,
these.
yep, you've got your activation tokens. You get 4
Bim.
in each phase. There are 3 phases in a game.
Okay.
So with an activation, you can move your fighter, you can attack with your fighter if you're in range, your fighter can go on guard, you can choose to discard an objective to draw a new objective, and you can choose to draw a new power card, and then last of all you can charge, which is a very powerful action that allows you to move and then attack in one activation, but that fighter cannot activate for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
So I am going to be a little bit boring. And
Nonsense.
I'm going to move this guy here. So he gets a little token to show that he's moved. And we now go to the power step where I can choose to play a ploy spell or upgrade from my hand if I want to. I do not want to, but Charlotte then gets an opportunity to play something if she wants
I
to.
am going to play sudden appearance to choose a friendly fighter and place them on any starting hex. So I'm going to take this guy and place him there.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my.
Surprise!
So I do, even though I passed in the first turn, I still get the option to respond to Charlotte. We only stop the power step when both of us pass, one after the other. And I am not going to play anything at the moment, so Charlotte gets another opportunity to play
I'm
something.
not going to play anything.
Okay, so my first activation is over, and play passes to Charlotte.
So, So I'm just looking at everybody's, because I've got quite a lot of people in my little warband. So I am going to get this guy, and he's going to charge.
Okay.
Because why not?
So we give him a little token like this.
Yep. And he is rolling 1 dice, and we're looking for swords. And it's a hammer, so that fails.
So nothing happens there.
Nothing happens.
Swing and a miss.
So it goes to the power step now, where Charlotte gets the option to play a ploy spell or upgrade if she wants to.
Have you got the power?
I've got the bar. Nothing's gonna happen.
I'm going to play. No, I'm not.
You liar.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not playing anything. So my second activation, Bossman's going to stab that poor guy.
No!
So he gets 2 dice for that attack. Looking for hammers.
Oh, and a crit!
Oh,
Oh!
So Charlotte can't stop
I'm
her.
going to try though.
gonna roll anyway.
Okay.
Oh, it was a crit as well.
Yeah.
So that means technically
So you broke even there, but
There,
because I
but
got
yeah.
the extra success. The attack is successful and that's 2 damage.
he did. Boom.
Or deader.
He did, yes.
So I get a token for that. And during my power step, I get to buy an upgrade or play a ploy if I want to. So I'm going to pay 1 to give Tempest's Might to my boss.
What does that do?
It will give him +1 damage to all spell attack actions.
So you get swole.
Swole.
So is
Magically
fulmination.
swole.
Swole of the mind.
Okay.
Mind swole.
Yep.
I feel like that's a good name for a spell.
Yeah.
Mind
Are
swole.
you
I could
doing?
live with that.
Are you doing anything?
So I've played that. Do you want to play anything
no,
in response?
I'm okay, thank you.
And I am not going to play anything.
So, Mr. Varklav has an interesting action where he can push all friendly chain rafts, so that's technically everybody apart from him and the Briar Queen, 2 hexes. So I'm going to use that. So you go forward 2. You go forward 2.
This is what gives this warband a lot of mobility, because this isn't moving, so they can move. Like they can move again after this.
That's me. But that counts as his action. So
I'm
Is that
providing
activation
insight.
his activation indeed.
Commentary.
Yes.
And I don't have anything to play at this time.
Okay. What are we going to do?
When they come for you.
Well,
Ghost boys, ghost boys.
I think it's swole boys, swole boys.
Yeah.
Do you like pumpkins?
I love the pumpkins. I love the whole
Yeah.
Poundland.
Halloween aesthetic.
Poundland's finest.
Yes.
no expense spared.
Everything was
Actually, a lot of expense spared.
so for my third activation, Bossman is going to charge. And he's going to cast.
So why does he not need to come right up to me?
She's casting spells.
Because he's got range.
Okay.
So he's going to cast Fulmination on that
Headless guy.
poor guy with no head. So
Well,
he
yeah,
rolls.
it's just
He
carrying
rolls 1 magic. So this is the new mechanic magic. He rolls 1 dice per wizard level that he has. He's got 2, so he's rolling 2 for Fulmination, which has a range of 3. Does 1 damage, but because of his upgrade, this will do 2 if successful. And he needs to get at least 1 concentration.
What's his name again?
And we'll Averon Stormsire.
You're a wizard, Averon.
So there we go. That is 1 success. So now Charlotte gets to roll defense
Oh,
dice
okay, I didn't know I could defend against
for
magic.
this chain rasp. So that is unsuccessful, so that is 2 damage.
He's dead as well then.
And he inspires because he successfully cast a spell.
Inspire is a mechanic in the game whereby your fighters get better, and how they become inspired depends on what warband you have.
It's like a little level up.
Yeah.
That's it. So we'll pay 1 to give Great Fortitude to Stormsire, so he's got an extra wound. So he's 4 to 5 now.
He's a tough guy.
He is. Do you want to play anything in response, Charlotte?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, so so play passes to Charlotte again.
The ever hanged. The ever hung. The ever hanged.
Ever hung? What?
What are you talking
Everyone is
about?
a different individual.
Yeah.
He's gonna charge.
Okay.
And he's rolling 2, and we're looking for hammers.
Yeah.
Oh,
2
2 crits.
I do get 2 defense dice because I'm inspired now, but it's going to be a tall order to stop this.
No.
So that is 1 success, but again it's a crit, so it's doing nothing, and then a dodge, which is useless. So
1 damage.
he takes 1 damage.
No, it's 2 damage.
No, it's 1.
No, it's 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 2 damage.
There we go.
Yay!
He's got a bigger weapon, so.
Yeah.
So he's ever hung.
So Charlotte does now.
I wanna be forever
Oh,
hung.
he's with your musical accompaniment
I
tonight.
don't know. No, this is me normal, to be fair.
That's fair.
So Charlotte does now have the option of driving Averon back if she wants to.
I will get back. I will.
So-
Yeah, get off that.
No,
Get off
it
that
has to be-
objective.
Directly away from him. So.
Yeah, that would be one of the hexes.
Okay, sure. There we go. And we now have the option again of playing ploys and upgrades if we want to.
No, I keep looking at them. No. Still, no.
You guys probably can't hear. I hope you can't anyway. But the person upstairs is singing.
Yeah, it's quite difficult, Josh, when you're listening to someone sing that you really don't want to. Do you not think?
Right, boys. Better sit yous on separate ends of the room,
We already are.
further away.
I'm kidding. You got a beautiful singing voice.
At this point.
I know. I don't need you to tell me. Yeah, the potion looks legit.
Would you like some potion?
Very healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Dreamland's finest.
I'm going to use my last activation to have Amiss cast Empower, which is a spell that will allow her to reroll 1 attack dice each time she attacks until the end of the phase. So I'm basically just doing this to try and get her inspired. So it works. And I am not playing any
Okay,
other stuff.
so this is me into my final.
Yep.
This gent here.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
He's just a chain
Yeah,
rasp.
one of the chain rasps.
I'm trying to think which
That's
one.
him there,
Him?
I think.
Yeah.
He's going to charge.
Okay.
No, is he? Yeah, I've done it now.
Committed.
Damn it. Ah! So, right, so how does the support work in this instance?
So it's not going to come into play
Okay,
because in order for support to work, you would have to have additional fighters adjacent
Here?
to the target. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So if you had a guy here, here,
Here,
here, or here,
that's fine.
you would get support.
But it does do 1 hit.
One success, so I get to roll my 2 defense dice, and that is a crit.
Oh.
So it does mean that even though we're 1 for 1, Charlotte will not be able to push him back.
Boom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to play any?
No. No.
Okay, I am going to cast Chain Lightning. I'm going to attempt to. So
Guitar solo plays.
yeah, so this is a spell that uses a new mechanic called Scatter,
Oh.
which may or may not get to show you depending on how well this goes. So I need a focus symbol on my roll.
What is the focus symbol?
That's
Swirl.
That's
swirl.
Okay.
Channels the lightning, focuses the cinnamon swirl.
Okay.
So for a chain lightning, I'll just quickly read it out. It says if the spell is cast, scatter 3 from the caster's hex. Enemy fighter in a hex in the chain suffers 1 damage. So what happens is this gets placed here, like so.
You decide how it's orientated.
No, it has to be from his hex actually, so I think it always starts that way. and then what happens is you roll a number of dice that corresponds to scatter.
Mhm.
So there's a random element, but you have a modicum of control over it. So I get to pick the order in which they are resolved.
Okay.
So it's going to go from here. So I don't think this is going to be of much use to me, actually. These 3 symbols. Because it's not going to go forward at all.
So what would it? Does it move?
So what will happen is I would, for instance, say this dice, and then the spell would go there,
Okay.
and then would reorientate,
So you could. Oh yeah. See where you're.
and then I can go there, and then it'll go and hit him. He would take 1 damage,
Mhm.
but then my last symbol's not going to do me any good because it's there, so it means it's going there.
Okay.
So I get to choose the order in
Mm.
which the dice have rolled are resolved.
And it reorientates every
It
time.
reorientates every time.
It's less sort of chain lightning and more sort of scatter lightning.
So
Yeah.
who did, so that hit him?
Drunk
it hit,
lightning.
It hit that guy. Yeah,
What
it
guy?
does 1 damage to him.
This guy. So wounds. Oh.
That's how scatter works. So it's not completely random.
We will see it a lot more with my warband.
Yes. We will, because you have a guy who pretty
He's
much
drunk.
moves entirely
Yeah.
by that. So it scatter's designed to represent essentially fighters trying to harness quite powerful forces. So
Chaotic forces.
they can control it a little bit, but it doesn't always go to plan.
Okay.
So it's quite a neat mechanic.
It's interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Do you wish to play anything in response to
No.
that, Charlotte?
Oh well. Yeah. Might as well. Vital Surge. Gambit spell. So it needs to be her that plays it.
It does, yeah.
So I've got 2 little lightning bolts.
So she has a wizard level of 2.
2,
You
yep.
get to roll 2 dice. You need 2 lightning bolts, basically.
No.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Interesting thing about how crits behave in spells, they're wild cards. So you get to choose which symbol they represent.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a guaranteed success in that respect. So,
Good to know.
yeah. I'm going to play Confusion. Swap these 2.
Don't stand for that shot.
And do you have anything you wish to play in response? So, end of the round, we go to the end phase.
Mhm.
So, we get to score any objectives we met in that round.
Yep.
I got hold objective 3 and hold objective 1.
I never got any.
So, I get 1 for each of those with the scores that you get for the objective on the bottom there.
Oh, did I discard the ones I didn't score?
No, you can
No,
keep them.
keep them.
You can keep them, or you can get rid of them. So I've scored 2 of them. You do, if you've got any upgrades in your hand, get the option to buy them if you want before we start
I don't
drawing
have any
up.
victory points.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh
explaining.
right, I thought you were
yeah.
saying to me there.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you tempt me?
You rub salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Tease you. You could buy them if you weren't poor.
I am going to discard that objective because it's
Okay,
objective
so-
5.
All the way over in enemy territory.
I'm going to discard these 2 because I need to do something.
And we clear these off the board as well, but I'm going to draw 4 new power cards because I'm keeping that last one there.
Okay, and do I draw up to 5 cards?
For power cards, yes.
And I can choose to discard power cards?
You, not at the moment. You're stuck with them once you draw up.
Right, okay.
No, that the discarding happens before you draw up at the end of the end phase. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I would have discarded some cards. Oh well. That's
We
fine.
can give you a do over.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay.
Right, so
But now Charlotte has her excuse lined up if she
Remember that
loses.
time you didn't
I
let me discard
don't really need an
cards?
excuse
Yeah.
as to why I'm losing.
okay, so we are rolling off once again.
This is the beginning of round 2
Two.
of
Yeah.
3.
It is. So 4
There
dice.
is a time limit on this game.
I got one
One
crit. Charlotte got one, but she also got a semicircle.
Yep,
so
so
she
Charlotte
gets,
calls.
So I am going to go first.
can't remember. Was the board like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sliding. Around.
So I'll go first. So the Everhanged is going to attack.
I thought we established his
The
name was
Everhang
the
should be
Everhang.
inspired now.
Oh, they should both be inspired because their thing is to be beside.
Yep.
It's this.
Oh, they just want to be friends with
They just want
someone.
to be friends.
But it's the interesting thing about their inspire condition. It's they need to be adjacent to an enemy fighter at the start of their activation. So it's not even at the end phase.
Oh, okay.
It's in between turns they
Mm.
can activate
So
or inspire rather.
so the Everhung inspired, as he now is, will attack.
Okay,
So he's attacking this guy
please don't.
and does one hit.
Yep. So to get that symbol, you need
The
two
second,
support.
yep.
He's only got one.
So does one hit.
Yep. You do have cleave now.
Okay.
It means I need crits to stop this.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh.
So I take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's looking ropey.
Fortunately,
Stun.
do
Got
have
him
that.
on the ropes.
I do have that extra wound there that's keeping him alive at the moment.
And now it is Charlotte's power phase.
Like a snooker commentator now.
I'm
There he
going to
goes.
play Spectral Parry
Mm-hmm.
to put this little guy on guard.
Charlotte plays a spectral parry.
Not playing her best game today. Hey, you could have discarded that hand. That's going to come back to
I
haunt you.
wasn't allowed to discard it. Okay, so that's me.
Okay. I am going to pull a bit of a bitch move here, I think, and run away.
Big bitch move.
It's always a valid option.
Brave, brave Sir Robin, brave
Sir
Sir Robin,
Robin
ran
ran
away.
No, I didn't.
Why are you shaking your head, Tom?
One more song.
So he's going to do.
What, you want one more song?
No!
He's going to do a mighty charge all the way over here.
Okay.
Could you not just move?
No.
No, lets me try and zap someone as well.
He's doing the cowardly hit and run.
Well, run and hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and zap you.
The over the shoulder blast.
So that is. I'm going to change that crit to 2 of
Okay,
those.
so what does that do?
So you get to roll 2 defense dice against that.
How much damage does this do?
This
2?
will do 2. So that was 1 success, but I got 2 there.
See, I don't. That's what I don't understand. Is the ratio of rolls.
You're
to
counting
misses.
numbers of successes.
I know, but it just seems a bit like, defeatist. It seems like it's more angled towards the defeat than it is to the victory. But anyway, so he's
Well, yeah,
dead.
the game needs to end.
Well, the game's going to end anyway because it's
It's true.
time, you know.
Okay.
So this guy's dead.
He is, yeah. So
Dead.
let's get one of those.
Sorry, I've done that.
I score Harness the Storm. So score this if a friendly fighter successfully casts a spell.
I haven't even looked at my objects.
She has done.
I found this when I played Ben. It's almost like his deck favours him and it goes, "Hey Ben, have these nice easy objectives. Hey Tom, these objectives aren't even on the board."
I know. It's very
Rip.
sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
It's funny
Thanks,
that, isn't
Ryan.
Yeah,
Rip.
it's weird.
Good night, sweet prince.
Score objective 6, but there is no objective 6.
It should be noted that Ben has prepared all the decks for tonight. I don't know if we need to read anything into that.
So it's now that I reveal that you've all got shit decks. So, yeah. So power step. I'm going to play the Ether Wing stance. So friendly fighters have +1 defense
Okay.
for the first attack in the next activation.
Okay.
So do you want to play anything in response? What are you laughing at?
Nope, I am fine.
Okay.
You're like the Yu-Gi-Oh of this game. You just sort of the cards come as you need. There's like, I just need that one card. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
We reference Yu-Gi-Oh far too much on this stream.
It's worth referencing.
Yeah, Ryan kind of concurs that the theory of you stacking the decks does make sense.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know.
It's my show.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pay 1 to give Lightning Whip to the Dawn Guard. So it's after this fighter's attack action, it succeeds, deal 1 additional damage to target of that attack.
And suddenly the Stormcast take on a very different spin.
You want to play anything in response?
No.
How would we save that for the bedroom?
Oh.
Hey, Tom went there.
I live there.
Tom loves the lightning whip.
Who doesn't?
Anyway.
And that's me, I think. So
Lightning whips aren't a real thing.
your
Josh.
turn, Charlotte.
No,
So
I
does
just
that
got
apply
beat
to
over the head
everyone?
by a halogen lamp.
Yeah, so it's but it's the first attack, so it does mean that if you had a ploy or something that allowed you to do multiple attacks, like because
No, I would have played it if I had.
So what I was going to say is that there are cards that, as a reaction, allow you to repeat an unsuccessful attack, which would mean that the Aether Wing
And
stands.
I've not seen any of those in my deck, Ben.
Weird.
Funny that.
Not every warband has access to them. Okay.
Because you didn't put them in the deck.
Because he's put all the cards in his deck.
I know you're not offering any defense at all. You're just sort of...
What's the point?
Yeah. Oh, streamer's disconnected.
Just maybe give it some time to see what happens. Bear with us. So I'm shouting at you. You're not there.
We're still recording it for the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, the Briar Queen's going to move.
Oh, okay.
We are
1,
reconnecting.
2, 3.
Okay, so we give her a little
Yep.
token. And your power step, Charlotte. Do you want to play anything?
I don't have anything to do.
How did we manage to reconnect it last time?
We came out and came back in. Just leave it. It will reconnect. We'll keep playing.
Yeah, stop recording.
There
There
we
you
are.
go.
We're live.
There we go, we're back. Sorry about that. Small technical difficulty. The Bride Queen has moved, is the latest on the board.
Okay. I'm going to.
No, it's alright, Ryan, we're back.
We're back.
Pay 1 to give Hurricane Step to Rastus the Charmed.
Oh.
There you go.
There we go.
Very charming fellow. Do you want to play anything in response? No.
Does Rastus have like really smooth lines? Is that why it's called Rastus the Charm?
It's like the Roger Moore of Stormcast.
Eyebrow and everything.
Yeah.
He's just got the permanent eyebrow cast onto the mask.
Okay, so Rastus is going to try and empower himself.
Alright.
There we go.
Come on, Josh. It's not appropriate.
Totally.
Is that how you empower yourself, Josh?
No comment.
With a roll of a blue dice.
Yeah.
I think we all know what we're
And
really
I'm
talking
done.
about. Yeah. Okay. I'm not playing any
Never mind.
cards, so
Okay.
Charlotte's third activation.
He's going to charge.
No. Okay, he does get a.
Little charge token.
It does 1.
Can Ben defend?
No.
Yes! I
Did you
killed something!
Dodges into defend.
Should I get a token for that?
You do. You get a
Yes.
victory. Charlotte is on
First
the
victory
board.
point.
First score on the board. Yes, back in.
Right.
Also, it's your big bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killed the big bad.
Right.
the big
that's
good.
it.
Yeah.
Are you playing anything?
I
Ben
need
sure
to
is.
now.
I play cheaty bullshit.
You win the game.
Oh,
Oh, it's the bot.
oh, and we've got some air horns from Ryan as well.
I'm going to buy Driven by Hatred
Oh, yeah.
to give it to the Everhung.
The ever hanged Charlotte.
I know.
I'm with Charlotte on this one, Ben. Don't look to me for support.
So that's me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give Unstoppable Zeal to Rastus.
The Charmed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Charmed. Charmed, of
Charmed, I'm
course.
sure.
Yes. Right. Are you playing anything?
No, but you're about to.
Yes.
Is he just about to say, when I kill, it's for Queen and country?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. And then I'm going to play Determined Effort. So I get an extra attack dice.
Okay.
for the attack dice.
Okay, I'm going to play Try Really Hard.
Okay.
Does that carry over to magic then? That extra dash.
It's not an attack dice, that's a
If
magic
it's a,
dice.
if it's a
Okay.
magic attack,
Ah.
I believe it would.
No.
Okay. Charlotte
Ah,
says,
Charlotte
says no.
Charlotte
I've
says
spoken. No.
Okay, so surprise, surprise, Rastus is going to charge.
Okay.
He gets 4 dice for this and can reroll one of them.
Big Daddy Rastus. Bringing it home.
And
yeah.
one, so reroll that. So that is a crit and a success.
Okay.
You do get 2 defense.
Yep.
I do.
You could do it. That's a crit.
Okay,
Oh.
but no, I don't get the shield.
No.
You need dodges.
So that was 2 damage.
He's not
Oh,
dead.
he's not dead. Hallelujah.
He's got 3.
Yeah.
Damn.
2 points of damage.
Have I got anything I can do here? No.
I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet. Okay.
And then as a reaction, I can push him 1 hex if I want to.
And you might want to do that, Ben.
I think I might want to do that because I don't like him. He's nasty.
I think we've all been in that situation where you and your wizard bros are wandering through
Well, actually, I can drive you
these
back,
underground caverns and you just get attacked by
and I do have knockback, so I
crazy
might just go
thorn
what?
ghosts.
Okay.
Because knockback when you're driving back allows you to push back.
Even further.
Oh, is that something you have?
Yeah, he has knockback.
Right.
No, he doesn't have knockback. Sorry.
Put me back.
Yeah,
How dare
Ben's
you?
cheating.
Classic cheating.
it's Dawn Guard that has knockback.
This just in.
He has
Yeah.
Ben
cleave.
is a cheater.
He has cleave. I'm really not liking all this slanderous accusations being levied at me this evening. Right.
I went on camera to
Okay.
chuckle.
Is that me?
Yep.
So I'm going to use Varklav's ability.
Yep.
He's going to move him there. And move this guy to here.
He's moved already.
It's a push,
But
not a
Varklav's-
move.
Oh, it is. Aha.
This is where keywords are important.
Yeah.
And he's... Yep, so that's me.
Okay, and last activation. She's gonna hop onto
We're just reconnecting.
That's fine.
that
So
objective.
there's still time to take part. Why am I saying this right now? Wait till they come live. There's still remember to
But there is still time to take part.
There is still time to take
Unless
part.
you're watching this after the fact, in which case there's not
There's
time
no
to
time
take part.
part.
So we're end of the round there, Charlotte. So we quickly do scoring.
I scored something.
Right, I got 4 there. So
So I get 1. And I'm going to play Great Fortitude.
I'm gonna discard that.
Can you buy abilities now then as well?
Yes, because I've got
Right, okay.
some points. Well, actually, do you know what? I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to buy this one. Cool touch. It's a cool touch.
Ah, we're back.
And I'm going to give the
Hello
cool
again.
touch.
So, while we were disconnected there, you just missed. Charlotte scored an objective. She held objective 2. Ben, did you score anything?
I did. I scored 1.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at all your bloody points.
Yeah.
Ching.
Ben leads 7 points to 2 as we go into the final round.
2.
To 2. I was trying to channel. I can never remember his name, but the old
Discard
football
these
commentator on 5 Live. You know,
I'm really into football, so
Manchester United 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Who?
Stormcast 1, Nighthaunt 0. People know who he is.
I bet we're raving with football followers.
I bet we are.
Everybody who's a football fan, there's a roof in the chat.
Right. And we're rolling off again. Is that all your good cards coming out?
Booming with football interest.
Right, Tom, you've made your point, alright.
So that's 3 for me. So I get the first activation, which I am going to take. So for my first activation, I'm going to draw a power card.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just checking. Guys, just as a reminder, there's still time to take part in our raffle. Just click type in chat !raffle and you get entered to win one of our token trays.
So I'm going to, in the power step, play Gather the Storm.
Okay.
So I get an innate channel symbol for the next spell my warband attempts to cast.
Say that for me again.
I get an innate
Okay.
channel symbol, so I get a free channel symbol
Okay.
for the next spell that my
Okay.
warband attempts to cast. Do you want to play anything in response to that?
No.
Okay. And then I am going to play Cry of Thunder. And Dawnguard's going to cast this. So choose an enemy fighter. We'll pick the Briar Queen.
Ryan, we're going to draw the raffle in about 50 minutes time.
Yes.
So
we
plenty
are.
of time.
Plenty of time.
So choose an enemy fighter. That fighter and any fighters adjacent to that fighter suffer 1 damage. So we're going to try and cast it on the Briar Queen. She has only a level 1 wizard, so she gets
Okay.
1 dice. So I've already got 1 channel symbol. And I got a crit, so that's 2. So
Why did you do that? It's like total overkill, Ben.
well,
It's an average kill for Ben.
That's true. That's true.
average kill.
Right. So what's
So
happening?
each of them take 1 damage.
So these guys, I noticed, don't actually have a magical attack,
No, they don't.
but they can use magic because
They've got-
of this.
They've got the wizard level, so it means
Yeah.
they can use magic. Because they're only wizard level 1 though, you're going to need to help them cast a lot of the better spells in the game. But they do have an innate spell called Empower. They only need 1 channel symbol for that,
Right.
and that allows them to re-roll 1 attack dice whenever they attack until the end
Okay.
of the phase.
Interesting.
So they can, they're like battle mages basically.
Oh, sweet. Sweet.
And that's me.
Okay. I'm going to activate Varklav's push.
Yep.
So he's going to push everyone up to 2, isn't it?
So it's your
2,
2 chain rasps.
Boom, boom. And then I am not going to do anything.
Okay. Are playing any ploys, upgrades,
No.
and such.
No.
Okay. So my second activation, Rastus is going to try and cast Empower on himself, so which he does. So I'll give him one of them just to show that that's been cast, and I score Magical Supremacy. So, oh no, it doesn't get scored now. Oops.
But I will.
Well,
score
spoilers.
this soon. I'm Ben.
Right, okay. That's me. I'm not playing any ploys or.
Okay.
All right, Charlotte. Second activation.
He's gonna move. And that's me.
Any ploys or.
Nope.
No. Okay.
It's a very anticlimactic last round.
Third activation. Rastus is going to charge.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
3. Wow. He gets to reroll one of these.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss.
Thanks, Josh.
So I'm going to play
You're really struggling in
Maddening
this game.
Cackle. Play this after an enemy fighter's attack that fails. This fighter is no longer inspired and cannot be inspired.
Okay.
Oh.
Where were you in the first bloody round? You're just normal plebby.
And then I'm going to play my own reaction, Lightning Assault. Play this after a friendly fighter's attack action fails. They can make another attack action. Targets the same fighter. I'm going to attack with my charge
That's on the stack now.
Tempest Blade. So he
Not
only
really.
gets
Yeah,
2.
Magic the Gathering.
Only gets 2 because he's no longer inspired, but he can still reroll 1 because he's empowered. There we go.
Oh.
So what does that do?
So it'll
That's a
do
crit and a hit.
1 damage.
So he did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you've got 2 defense dice. You might be able to save it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot about that. You were just going to let me take him off there with it even.
it's because I'm really excited for what I'm about to do.
No.
Still takes 1 point.
Just
Yeah.
So let me get this right. So you've just told your wife that you're really excited for what you're about to do.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see an issue with that.
Me neither.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay, so I score Measured Strike. Score this immediately if a friendly fighter makes a successful attack action that deals exactly enough damage to take their target out of action. So.
Did you though?
Yes, you did one.
Yeah.
Just one. It's fine.
And that's over to you.
Where are the rest of your objective cards gone, Ben?
I discarded a lot of them because they were garbage. So
So
Sounds so unlucky.
Varklav's gonna move.
Mhm.
That's me.
He moved, you didn't charge.
But that's
That's
Oh, is
the
that
move.
that's the
movement
move.
symbol?
That's the charge one.
Do you only get to move once then?
Mm-hmm.
That's
okay.
why Varklav's really good because he lets you push
Push, yeah.
people.
Nudge him.
Should have made
Push him
more use of
around.
him.
Push him.
Big old bully.
Push him real good.
Thanks, salt and pepper.
I'm just gonna move.
Just reconnecting.
Amos is just gonna move there.
Just yeah. Does it say what it says? Minutes ago, 11 minutes ago.
And I'm not playing any ploys, so if you want to play anything, go ahead.
Nah, don't have anything to play.
Okay, so it's your last activation.
So I'm going to draw a ploy.
Okay.
That's me.
Alright, and we
Yep.
still got an opportunity to play
I don't
poison
have any,
upgrade.
no.
Right, okay. Right, so end of phase scoring.
I scored Take the City.
Nice.
Because I had both on one side.
Yep.
And that is all.
I scored magical supremacy because I cast 2 spells.
Shock horror. So when we are back, we've just the game is finished, and to no one's I'm sorry Charlotte, but to no
It's all right.
one's surprise, Ben came out on top. What are we thinking of the Night Haunt?
I don't think I have a specific style of play, and I don't think my specific style of play marries
Yeah.
up with the Night Haunt. I suppose
It's
it's
that
a
specific style of play winning.
I suppose because the Briar Queen actually doesn't do much, or
No,
didn't
we
do
found
much.
that because we've both played the Night Haunt Warband. And
Maybe I should just throw her under the bus because it's this guy you want to protect.
there is. I don't think it came up, but I did add a card in there that allows you to put the Briar Queen on any starting hex
I'm
instead
just
of
gonna
moving.
check that just to see.
I think it's an upgrade because I thought that would maybe.
No, I don't think you did, Ben.
Reconnect it again.
I thought that
Yeah.
would make her a bit more interesting to use.
Ben's just lying to me. Tell me he's done all this when he hasn't.
Oh, I definitely put it in.
It's not him.
That's it. It's right on top of the pile. Inescapable vengeance.
Oh yeah. Sorry. It's just because it didn't. It just says it in the bottom, not in the text. So I was like, it doesn't say the Briar Queen, but it does say the Briar Queen.
Turns out you were cheating yourselves all along.
You were cheating by winning and playing by the rules.
I'm convinced that my presence here curses your Twitch stream because it always seems to crash when I'm over.
Oh, we're
Maybe.
back on now. So
No, it's probably our internet
yeah.
or
So
my computer.
shall we go to the Be Right Back message?
Yeah.
And Tom, are we gonna?
We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
You and me.
Let's get a game
We're
on.
gonna do it.
So come back in a few moments, folks, where you'll be witnessing some Goblin on Demon action. Don't go away.
BRB. Do you want to mute us as well?
dugout.
Here we are.
There we go. We are back, folks.
Hello.
So we're going to get the goblins versus the Zinchi cultists. Let's just dive right in then. So roll off.
How many dice?
4.
4?
4 again.
Okay.
2 semicircles. You have 2 semicircles.
And a regular
I have
circle.
no regular circles.
So-
you beat me.
You place the first board.
I do. Well, I choose the first board,
Yes.
don't I? You place it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to choose this board here. I'm going to choose this side of it. Spent a lot
So
of time considering.
neither of these warbands
Mm-hmm.
are immune to lethal hexes, so it does mean that they could potentially be useful for either of you. Obviously, too late for that now because
Yeah. We're just.
Depends. We could try that new mechanic.
We could do this really
Right,
interesting
yeah.
thing. Nah.
Yeah, we'll just have this basic board.
All right, and then you get to place the first objective.
I do.
I do think actually because of the number of fighters that are in a goblin warband that they are potentially
Vulnerable.
particularly vulnerable to
Yeah.
lethal hexes.
Yeah.
Just because it's going to be harder to keep them away from them. And
I would
becau-
agree with that.
with the randomness that you have in the fanatic fighter as well.
Yeah, you don't want to be spinning onto a lethal hex.
Yeah.
Oh, so many fighters.
So I place the first of these. I'm going to place it slap bang here.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
there's no restriction as far as which territory you place an objective in. You can, if you want, place them in no man's land, which is the strip in the centre of the board, or you could, if you wanted to, even put them in your opponent's half. But that is mental.
That's just mental.
I've seen people do it at tournaments and all that. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, if you insist.
Must you? There we go.
I could put this one next to the edge because it's the last one, yeah?
Correct.
No, you. Oh yeah, it is the last one.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're right. Yeah,
Come on, Ben.
Get with the program.
don't know what's happened.
Right, yo.
I'm a bit drained from all the cheating.
Really takes it out of you.
Right. Now we roll off to see who deploys first.
I can't help but notice he's got more dudes than me. Like by an unbalanced.
His
number.
dudes are absolute gash though.
Yeah, my guys are bad.
As an unrelated note, perhaps somewhat unrelated to this game as well, are there rules for these guys in Age of Sigmar?
There are. So whenever they bring out a new warband, they release war scrolls.
And is that in the
Hello,
Warband box
everybody.
or is that online?
No, you'll be able to get a download for them.
Yeah.
So see on the product page
Mm-hmm.
where you go to buy them on the website, there's a PDF download.
Okay.
So, what's particularly good about the new warbands is that you get a bunch of plebs, which are maybe okay, but the really nice thing is that you get a wizard that you can use in Age of Sigmar. And Age of Sigmar, since the new rules came out with the Soul War story arc, there's a bit more of an emphasis on spell casting.
Okay.
So, and considering a lot of the time a character clan pack's about 20 quid, it's 17.50.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's,
And do all of them have rules, or do these guys just fall into units that pre-exist? What's the...
no, a lot of the time they will have stat lines that are akin to units that already exist,
Right.
but they behave as their own little unit on the
Right,
battlefield. But they're all different depending on what
Okay.
they do.
That's cool. Alright, so we've got objectives down. What do we do next?
So,
Flip them over.
yep.
Oh, I've got this. I nearly said the sex table.
The
The torture
sex
table.
No, you said it now. We are fighting over the sex table.
Sex table's close to me, so I'm good.
Right.
That's such a horrible laugh.
That was a sort of
Proper
despair.
dirty.
No,
horrible.
it was not meant to be dirty. It was meant to be, oh, I can't believe you said
You
that.
sounded like a dirty wizard awaiting
Right.
his victims.
We draw cards.
Dirty sex wizard. That's your new nickname.
Dirty Santa, dirty sex wizard.
That don't want to be a dirty sex wizard.
I don't think
know any
anybody
magic.
does.
That's why you don't want to be.
Right. Do we draw cards now?
Yeah, three objectives, 5 paragraphs.
Ryan just said unsubscribe. So 5 grey, yeah,
Yeah.
and 3 gold.
Yeah.
I realise that's not their official names, but it helps me remember.
They actually, because I quite recently taught you how to play Shadespire,
You did.
which was the last cycle. So ploys and spells are collectively referred to as gambit cards now,
Okay.
and they're played in the same way.
Is this an upgrade?
Yes.
Does it have a cost?
Yeah, they all cost 1.
Oh, it's all one,
Unless
right?
it
Okay.
says otherwise.
I like these
Yeah,
dice.
that's
What
why
are
I'm
these
getting
from?
confused.
The red
They
ones?
they are corn dice, but I use them from my Fire Slayers.
Very nice.
Oh, we're reconnecting again.
Like cola cubes. I love me a cola cube.
We need to do something about that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I think I'm keeping on with mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep all these in the interest of learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
rolling off to deploy now.
So is it
Sure.
4 dice again?
Yeah.
Alright, I get the zip.
I got 2 half circles.
Yeah, I get you win then. So you choose whether I deploy first or second.
We're back. Hello.
It's fairly inconsequential, so I'm gonna make you go first.
So we're just
Sure.
starting now. I know we've just came back. So who's
Right.
going first?
Josh is deploying
Josh
first.
is going to deploy first.
Alright, well, I'm going to start with the interesting stuff. So I'm going to place Drizgit the Squig Herder. And when you place Drizgit, you place his 2 Squig Herders adjacent to him.
These little
Well,
bits.
Little
it's squigs.
squigs.
They're squigs.
He is the herder.
He's the herder there.
Oh,
the
look at this
squigs.
guy.
They're lovely models.
I love a squig.
I'm quite looking forward to painting them up.
Yeah, well done,
Lovely
Games
squig.
Workshop.
Yeah,
you've done
you
a
did
good.
good.
So you've still got 29 minutes to enter the Unlucky Frog competition.
Win. Where's it gone?
It's down here somewhere.
Behind
Yeah, it's
Charlotte.
here.
I am going to deploy
You
my
could win.
blue horror.
No, you do not deploy the blue.
I'm
Horror.
not going to deploy my blue horror.
You get to summon him
It's not the first time someone's told me I can't
As,
deploy my blue horror.
as an action.
Why?
See just there.
Bit of blue. There are no friendly blue horrors. Friendly
I
blue
love the
horror.
artwork.
Also, he has to spend his action to bring him in.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So he's going to go here. He's very nice.
But bearing in mind, if he's not charging,
Yep.
you could do that action and then cast spells and things like that as well.
Not in the same turn,
Afterwards.
though.
Not in the same
different
turn, but-
Activations, yeah.
It does mean that Vortimus has a lot of options for what he can do.
So my inspiration trigger says this fighter makes a successful attack action with a range of 3 or more. Do I have to make it with them 3 squares away, or do I just have to use?
It just has to have that range.
So I basically
it's
just have
your-
to use
Use your spell.
my
Yeah,
spell.
that's
Okay.
it.
Sweet. Josh, you're up for a deployment.
Alright, we are going to place the netter here.
Okay, I'm gonna put down Narvia over here. That's me.
Alright, let's get Stick It over here.
Stick it. Oh, look. They're so cute. Salt and pepper.
Play to rush.
Just can decide who's
And Red Cap is going to go here.
who. Red caps are nasty guys, aren't they?
It's looking a bit crowded on that side. They are red caps.
Nasty,
This
nasty
dude
pieces of
with a
work.
beast of a sword
Mhm.
is gonna go.
I feel like Games Workshop goblins are kind of an amalgam of Tolkien goblins and red caps.
Mm.
Mm.
Would you say that's a fair
I think so, yeah.
assessment?
Who's this guy?
That's
He's-
Kachari.
Sorry, Tom.
Kachark.
Big Bird.
That moment you meet the foreign exchange student at the Erasmus party and you can't pronounce their name. Okay, we'll put
It's all you now,
Dibs.
so just go ahead. That's all Tom's fighter.
Zarbag is gonna hang back here,
Zarbag.
and of course Snurk Sourtongue is gonna go here.
Why are they gets?
Because they're goblins.
It's horrible. That's why.
I don't know why particularly, but Games Workshop very often refers to goblins as gits.
Very
I think it should be fairly self-evident.
And
I mean,
orcs are knobs for some reason.
Gets
I
and
mean,
knobs.
with no K though.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
very important distinction.
Yeah.
And are these gets with a Z,
Yes.
not gets?
Okay, so who goes first?
we roll.
Roll again.
And for finishing deploying, you get +1.
Excellent.
So you've got it.
Can I have a look at this model? I can't quite figure out what's going on.
I've got.
He
He's getting
is.
smashed.
Oh.
He's drinking,
Yeah.
and he's got a big old ball and chain.
Look at that. Those are the ones that I really
The
like.
fanatics.
They
Yeah.
they swing the. I really
Well,
like them.
He's gonna be real interesting.
So is he the one that moves according to the scatter?
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go strong out the gate, and I'm gonna use Vortimus, activate him, and I'm gonna summon my blue horror. No, not Kakar.
Nice.
That is him.
Mm-hmm.
He's done.
All right.
Last turn.
Are you playing any?
Yes.
Yeah. What we're gonna do?
No.
Oh.
What's interesting about the blue horror is I believe it can be summoned to any starting hex.
Yes.
So unfortunately, because of the
Yes.
size of Josh's warband, none of them are free at the moment. But it does mean if you're up against the Stormcast,
Yeah.
you could drop a horror in behind them.
Surprise!
It would be really good.
Yeah.
But hey ho. There's not to be. So that's me.
I'm gonna try and cast a spell.
What?
Zarbag is.
Remember, after your activation, you get the power step.
Yeah.
So you get the option to play something if you want to.
So were you wanting to play a power?
No, not at all.
So I'm gonna play Jealous Hex. This is a gambit spell. I've got to get one of the swirly symbols. Zarbag's a level 2 wizard, so he rolls 2 dice. And the crit means I've succeeded.
Okay, what does it do?
If the spell is cast, choose a fighter that has the highest wounds characteristic on the battlefield. That fighter has -1 wounds to a minimum of 1. The spell persists until that fighter is out of action.
That is Vortimus.
That's really unfortunate. Okay. So Vortimus is down to 3.
Alright.
Sorry, Vortimus.
So, are you playing any
No.
cards? No. Cool. I'm going to activate Snurk.
Snark.
Right. So, he becomes inspired after an activation, so I assume I do his normal thing, like the normal thing first, and then after he's finished that, he becomes inspired.
Wow. Are they all like that? Or
No, just Snurk.
Just him?
After an activation. So
Also,
that was
does
an
it ha-
activation?
Happens now. Oh, in which case...
Wow. They've got lots of text though. What's that?
Yeah, so...
He comes with War and Peace printed on his card.
So, we are going to do Sourtongue inspired activation. So, scatter 4 from Sourtongue's hex and push Sourtongue 3 hexes along the chain. If he would be pushed into an occupied hex before he's pushed, the fighter in that hex suffers 1 damage, and you push that fighter 1 hex. This push must take the fighter further away from Sourtongue. So let's roll first.
Yeah. You get to pick
Ooh, I like that.
3 of those. So you put that
very
underneath
proud of
him.
him.
Remember, you're always orientated that way. That's the direction he's coming from.
Yeah. This may not be the best. So I could go 1, 2. can kind of curve right round in front of them.
Really taunting.
Intimidating them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I choose which way it faces to start, don't I? So I could, in theory, have the first one be that, the second one be that, and then end like that. I don't think there's a way that I can.
Yeah, that's a shit roll.
Yeah, I can't get into their grills basically. So I'll choose these three. So I'll go like that. So that's the swords. Oh yeah, the swords. And then the hammer. So this pushes into this guy. So what happens now is that fighter in that hex suffers 1 damage, and you push him 1 hex. So he's going to go there, and he suffers 1 damage, or she. Sorry.
Can I do anything about that?
No, it just happens.
Wow, that's brutal.
Yeah.
It's only 1
Yep.
damage.
Yeah, but she only got 2 health.
And
That's the wrong one, actually.
that is my first activation.
But he is now vulnerable, to say the least. So what have you got? Ploys.
Many things.
I don't have any ploys that I wish to play
I've
at
got
the
stuff I
moment.
want to do. Stuff I'm good.
You okay with what you've got there? You
Yeah.
don't need anything.
No, I'm good. I'm comfortable.
All right, on you go, Tom.
Okay. Can he activate that again?
Yep.
Wow, that's.
He gets 3 dodge dice as well for his defense.
Used to be a drunk slob.
That's going to be really rough.
But he can also hurt himself quite easily.
How's that?
If he would be pushed into a block or incomplete hex, or a hex with a fighter that cannot be pushed, you don't push him any further, and he suffers 1 damage.
Mm-hmm. So
It's
even
fairly
if
easy
I
to avoid that though, by controlling your spin.
Well, you have it's this thing about scatter, is that you've got a degree of control over it.
Yeah. Review 4. Can I move through friendly units?
No.
Okay.
I think you can attack through them if you've got range, but you can't move through them.
That's really scuppered me. Okay. I'm going to activate. Oh, actually, no. At the end of your turn, we get to play stuff, don't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not playing any ploys.
Okay.
So
I'm
on you
going to
go.
play Stolen Fate. So I can re-roll 1 dice for an attack roll on the first attack action made by a friendly fighter in the next activation.
All right.
You play anything?
Nope.
Okay. Then I'm going to activate Kacharik. And Kacharik is going to charge
Oof.
to there.
He's got all the support. You can get by with a little help from his
So he's
friends.
got 1 support, yeah?
He's got 2.
2?
He's
Yeah.
got 2 friendlies adjacent to the person he's attacking.
Mhm.
Oh, excellent. So I
Yep.
can use both dice now then.
Mhm.
Okay. So I get 2 dice?
Yep.
And I can re-roll 1
So
of them.
the only symbols you can't use in that cross sword.
Okay, fantastic. That's good times. No cross swords, so
So that's 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yep. Cool. So I roll 3 defense dice.
Okay.
I'm looking for dodges. I roll 2 crits.
Cool.
So you can't even push me back.
What do I do with that? I
I'm
guess.
really sorry.
I guess I'm just going to take
Well-
this guy spinning in my midst.
Not 1 bit, sorry.
Okie dokie. That is me.
All right, time to spin the drunk again.
No, it's ploys. isn't
Oh,
it?
sorry, beg your pardon. On you go. Do you have any ploys?
I do. So I'm going to use Bound by Fate.
Mm-hmm.
Am I actually? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm not doing anything. That's me.
Cool. I'm not playing any ploys either.
Okay.
So, on to my second activation, and yeah, we're going to go for Sour Tongue again. Okay. So I'm gonna use I'm gonna orientate it.
Can he smash through all my dudes as well with this? Can he just keep moving?
If he can work it in such a way, yeah.
It's a one-man army.
So if I orientate it like that, use the cross swords to push the Zango.
Sure.
It takes 1 damage. He's just come from this direction. I'll use the circle to go here.
That kills her.
Sure. Okay. You're in for a short game, folks.
And I'll use the cross swords to bash into this guy here.
Sure. Cool.
And I scored Obliterated. Score this immediately if a friendly Snurk Sour Tongue is inspired and takes an enemy fighter out of action.
Okay. Cool.
So I get 2 points there. I do not have any ploys that I want to play.
I think that he will be hampered considerably in games where there are lethal hexes about.
Because of course he would just
Even then, I mean, he's moved with fairly
grace.
accurate precision, and the ability to choose means
Yeah.
you can avoid any kind of risky choices.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he literally just went in a circle through 3 of my dudes.
I'm going to double check the orientation of the scatter at the start, because I'm not 100% that you can choose how you orientate that, because so far you've been pretty accurate with that, and I'm a bit...
Okay.
While you're looking that up there, we'll proceed with the game.
Oh, thanks, Josh. That's really kind of you.
Yeah. Well, it's
Nice of you to say.
Everything is fine.
It's your
Everything is
turn
fine.
anyway. I don't have any decisions to make right now.
There's a cat trying to get in.
Cool. I can't deal with him.
No, you do. You choose how the tile's oriented, and you roll it at number of attack dice equal to the scatter number.
It seems crazy.
But it goes as you've been playing it, Josh. It goes by direction thereafter. So
Right.
the direction it comes from, it has to stay that way. So you don't get to reorient it every time.
Oh right, okay. So I've been doing that wrong.
Have you been orientating it every time?
You told me that you change the orientation as to the direction that you come from.
So for instance, if we're scattering from here, and then so what we would do is say we're going that one, it goes forward there. It doesn't change because that's the direction it comes from.
Okay.
And then we go
Circle.
here, and then what would happen is, because it's come from that direction,
You rotate it so that I've been doing it that way then.
That's it disconnected again.
That still affords you a lot of control. Anyway, it's no point dwelling on it. It's going to be a short game. That's
it's the fact that he only scatters 3 but gets to roll the 4.
yeah.
So you've essentially got a freebie
Yeah.
to swap in there.
And you choose the order as well, so it's a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who's bearing with us. We seem to be having some connectivity problems at the moment. Not sure what's causing it, but we seem to be in and out every 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you for your patience.
Vortimus will I'm just gonna have to leave him. I'll move him to there. I'll activate that, and I'll use my bolt of change. I'm going to shoot this squig.
All right.
So I get all 3 dice. 1 dice.
He's 2. Yeah.
So
Is that his level 2?
Oh, I use my magic
Yeah.
characteristic.
But he's got a range of 3.
Right, cool. And I'm looking for swirls. Get 2
Yay.
swirls. So that's 2 swirls on this squig.
Roll 2, however many defense.
He
dice.
gets 1 defense dice, which he dodges 1, but you rolled 2 successes. So how much damage does he take?
1 wound.
1 wound. He's
So
got
that-
1 wound left.
Does it inspire me?
You can drive him back as well if you want, Tom.
Can I drive him that way?
Yeah. You
Mhm.
can
May as
do
well.
that.
Very good.
But look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good. That's me for this run. You?
I'm gonna.
Did he charge there, Tom?
No. Oh yeah, had to. Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I'm gonna play sneaky step to move this guy, to push this guy there.
Okay.
It's a really exciting showcase of the new Goblin Warband here. Just watching this one guy. over and over.
Fanatic spin on a dime. On you go, Josh.
Oh, this is it. So it's obviously the Fanatic's only going to have one hit now because there's everyone's spread out. So I'm actually wondering if now's a good opportunity for me to move up the rest of my guys. So what a lot of the goblins have is a rule called Scurry, and that is after a friendly fighter other than a squig makes a move action. If that move began in an adjacent hex, this fighter makes a move action. They cannot do this if they have move or charge tokens. So this compensates for how many guys you have. This lets you.
But it is a move action, so
Yes.
it means they do get a move token.
Yes.
After that.
So it means my. So I'm gonna activate Drizgit to move him. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now when Drizgit moves, the squigs move. There's fighting up to 2 adjacent friendly squigs each make a move action. A fighter cannot make this action or move in this way if they have any move or charge tokens. So the squigs move 3, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to go 1. And because of the scurry rule, these 2 goblins are also going to get to move as well. So
I thought it didn't affect squigs.
no, so that's the squig herder rule.
Yeah,
So
right.
he
They
when
move
he
with
moves, the squigs move,
Right.
and then because they've got scurry and they started next to him, they both get to move as well.
Right. Okay.
So he is going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to throw down lots of move tokens. We've ran.
Chain lightning is going to be amazing against these guys.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't have that's in your deck.
Sorry,
we're
Tom.
we're out of move tokens. Hold on. There we go. I've just got too many guys to move.
Is that you?
That's me. That's my third activation.
Okay, I'm gonna activate my last activation
I should have a third.
for Turok.
I should have a third point because that objective scored me 2, but I
And then
didn't.
you killed
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Which inspires a load of my goblins. So, yeah, 3 or more
Is that-
glory points.
I was just looking at what his inspiration version was. Not much bad, but it is better. So I'm gonna activate him. I can move out of combat. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you did that. Well, you're not really considered in combat.
Yeah.
Okay. Move to there, and I'm charging him, and I'm gonna use my sorceress bolt
Yep.
on this fella.
Sure.
Oh, does he get magic as well?
It's
Nice.
just attack.
So just a
dice
normal
roll for
attack,
that, Tom.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was really confused there. So swords, 2 swords, nice.
Nice. He does get his defense.
It is.
That's nothing. So how much damage does that do?
Just 1.
You do get to push him if you want as well, Tom.
Yeah, I'm gonna push him over there. Get the hell away from me, you monstrous cheese monster.
But this is how you deal with him, right? You get out of the way and you
No,
stay.
how you deal with them is you make sure that there's enough lethal hexes on the board for him to kill himself with.
Yeah.
Or you don't play goblins. That's how I would deal with it.
To be fair as well, a lot of the spells are just they take that amount of damage.
Yeah.
So it does mean that a lot of the spells in the game are going to be able to deal with him quite handily as well.
So I'm going to use Bound by Fate. Choose friendly fighters that within 3 hexes of each other switch their positions, and I'm going to switch these 2.
Oh,
Ooh.
you are. This is not what I signed up for. Okay. I am going to attempt to cast Sneaky Stabbing. This is a Gambit spell. If this spell is cast, +1 dice and cleave to the first attack action with a range of 1 or 2 made by a friendly fighter in the next activation.
So you've got 6 minutes to enter our competition if you haven't entered already. 6 minutes left
That
to enter.
is a tremendous failure.
And then we will pick
What
the
we want to
winner
see,
after this game. So bear with us.
it means you get an extra die.
Okay, but you still keep your same dodge thing, whether it's dodge
The
or
attribute
shield.
stays the same, you just get extra dice for it. Anything that gives you extra for that is
It's
very
good. Yeah.
Have you got any other ploys or upgrades to play?
Not that I'm using this turn now.
I am going to give Red Cap Volley Caller. So after he makes a Grot Bow attack action, an adjacent friendly fighter makes their Grot Bow attack action as well.
Sure. Whatevs.
And you thought my deck had bullshit in it. I'm still,
Where's my
I
ridiculous?
just realised I'm still getting the blame for this, aren't I?
Yep, you made
You
the
should
decks.
play this team, Tom. You'll like them. By the way, you're playing goblins. Because I hate you, apparently.
Sorry, Tom.
It's okay.
Why have you put this card in? That's useless for goblins.
Is it?
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 Read it properly.
You noob.
Yeah. An attack with a damage characteristic greater than the target's wounds characteristic. None of my guys have attack characteristics of more than like 2.
There's a lot of stuff that puts your attack value up.
Oh, right, okay.
Why
Well,
have so many of yours become inspired?
they become inspired when I have 3 points.
Sure. Okay.
It seems to just not make any sense.
um,
I do think
Right,
Josh just
But
made that as he goes
bear in
on.
mind, Josh,
Mhm.
these decks are not designed to be cheesy, fine-tuned.
no, I know. Right. Anyway, Drizgit is going to take a swing at...
Kacharik?
yeah. So we're looking for hammers. We do get an assist. So that is 1 because I've got the
Yeah.
squig next to him.
So you got 1.
Yes.
So I'm probably dead.
Just
A shield! Ding!
Yeah.
Much
Bossed
to my
it.
own surprise.
Bossed it.
he's a bit tougher than the rest of the warband.
Not really, he's only got 1 defense and 3 wounds.
No, but it's the fact that he gets the block attribute.
Is that
It's-
better?
Yeah, its
Aye.
chances of success.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Are basically 2 and 3 instead
Right.
of.
Okay. Cool. Is that
Yeah, I
you
think
then?
so.
Yes.
Okay.
That was me. So, did you score any objectives?
Right, so without
Yeah.
support, he's got a 50-50 chance of success. If
Mhm.
you're dodging, you've only got a 1 in 3 chance.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I did not score anything.
I did not score anything either, so I am going to discard No Remorse.
You can discard as many of these as you want, yeah?
Yeah. But
Draw a new objective.
just bear in mind, I know it's not applicable to you at the moment, but if you're wanting to buy upgrades, you have to do that before you discard down.
I have no
Yeah.
money.
I know, but
Right.
I'm saying like just in for future rounds.
Yeah. What does this innate lightning thing mean?
it means that for the purposes of casting spells, you always have a channel symbol.
Oh, okay. That's quite good.
Yeah.
If I had any magic. Probably going to get rid of Summoner as an objective because my Blue Horror is still on the board. It's only worth 1. That's really good, but I don't think I'm going to get it off in time. Keep it for now.
What do you think of them so far compared to the undead?
I bloody love them.
Do you think they're a bit more interesting?
Yeah.
So do you think you might be changing it up then?
Oh, I might be tempted.
2. Okay, that's good. It's decent.
So I think that I'm going to stick with 2 warbands going forward, and the 2 warbands
That's not good.
why?
Because it has to scatter from a lethal hex.
Oh.
There are no lethal hexes.
No.
Oops.
If this spell is cast, choose 1 ploy from your power. Discard power. Okay, so I can get one of these back. That's not bad.
I did try and steer you towards using lethal hexes.
Didn't say you need them.
Okay. So do we roll now to see who goes first this round?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Josh?
no bonuses. This is just straight up.
Yeah.
You. And you go. I assume you want to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright. We are Red Cap is gonna take some shots at the big Zangor there. So he's inspired, so we're looking for swords. It's 2 crits.
You can't do anything about it.
Yep,
Damage.
1 damage. And because of his volley rule, Stick It now gets to have a shot. Same target. That's 1 success.
He's dead.
Or did he already have 2 on? Oh, from the
You got
fanatic.
1 from the fanatic,
Yeah.
1 from the
Oh.
shot.
That is the raffle finished. So
Oh.
we'll wait until yous are finished, and then we will pull
Won't be
a
long.
winner.
And I score finish them because I killed a fighter with an attack with a damage characteristic of 1.
And it is an immediate score, yeah.
Yes.
Yep, so you draw a new objective.
Yes. And so power phase, I'm gonna give Drizgit Fiery Brand. On a critical hit, his attack actions get 1 damage. Plus 1 damage.
It's better if you do that. You can read them.
Have you got any ploys or
Nope.
power ups? I'm gonna
You
give.
take an action to cast spells, I take it.
No, you can do them as
Yeah,
ploys.
they are ploys.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a
Do you wanna
gambit
do that
spell,
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and use Sorceress Insight.
Okay.
I need 2 circles. I fail.
I'm gonna give Bone Cracker Ravenous. He gets 1 extra damage to his attack actions.
Good, okay.
There we go. It's almost like they were designed.
Why like this?
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
That can go on either squig. That
Which
one.
one is
Mhm.
the Squig Herder?
Driz gets this.
Drizgit.
Okay. once, can't you?
Yes.
Cool. Nevai? Nope, not Nevai, that's the wrong one. Turush inspired. He's going to use his blast on this dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's blocked by the impassable hex there.
Okay,
He doesn't have a straight line of sight.
bugger. Well, that's that one gone. Okay. I'll use it on the fanatic, I guess.
If you succeed and you've got a good chance of doing it, you could take him out. So.
No, it's got 3 wounds. I'll do 1 damage.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah. Don't succeed. Here you go.
Okay. I'm gonna make a move action, and we're just gonna move on to this.
Okay.
Like so.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna charge Vortimus to here,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna use his blast on this fella.
Sure.
Use his magic dice.
Magic dice.
That's
Success
2
and a
successes.
crit.
Well, it's not a crit, is it? It's just 2 successes.
All right. Sure. I need a crit to block this. No. How much damage?
2.
2 damage. Ow.
That is me. That's 1, 2 actions.
My. So we're on my 3rd activation now.
Yep, because you went first.
Yeah. Yeah. Zarbag's just gonna move on to this.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, over to you.
My blue horror
Mhm.
is going to activate and he's going to blast this guy with his magical flames. Don't do anything.
Look at my magical flames.
These are normal attacks.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 die though, which is quite
Yeah.
good. So crit and a success.
I can't beat that. So that's
A point of damage.
Drizzt dead.
Woo!
So when he dies, the squigs become inspired.
What?
Yeah. They go out of control now that their owner's dead.
I suppose you have to activate them now though, don't you?
Yeah.
To actually do stuff with them. So
Yeah.
it's not as bad. Okay. Happy days are here at last.
Oh, happy day.
I get a point for that. don't
Yes, you do.
I? Way, my
How does
first
this help
point.
me close the
I'm on
competition?
deck. I'm in the game.
Yeah.
I'm playing to win. That's your last activation then.
Yeah.
I can't buy things yet, can I? Do that.
No, you can do that now.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, if you want to buy an upgrade, you can do it now.
Okay. I'm gonna spend my point then, and I'm gonna bizarre capering my blue horror as a little dancing celebration.
It's just like.
What does that do?
+1 defense.
I think it's because everyone's a bit kind of.
Whoa.
Okay.
Right. All right. Easy there, fella.
If you like.
Yeah. What am I going to do? Bonecracker's gonna charge.
Okay.
Alright, so he's rolling 3 attack dice. We're looking for hammers, and it does 3 damage.
Okay.
So that's 1 success.
You get 2 defense dice.
All you really need to put me down.
Black
ones.
ones.
Yeah,
flat
yeah.
ones,
I need dodges, otherwise I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
I get
You
a
got the dodge.
Well
Yep,
done.
there we go.
Well
Nice,
done.
nice.
Thanks, Charlotte.
Well done.
I am gonna.
Roll dice.
Thanks, Mum.
I'm gonna give Sour Tongue Endless Whirl. So as an action, he can just deal 1 damage to each adjacent fighter.
Sure.
You
Well, I
were
mean,
driving me nuts with that, Josh.
why wouldn't he do that? So that is.
So that's my final activation.
Okay, so I've got 1 more left.
For my final activation, I'm going to annoy Ben.
Job done.
Yeah,
So I'm
job
gonna,
done all day, every day.
I'm gonna activate my blue horror again because he's a little boss, and he's gonna shoot this dude.
Yeah,
Just
the-
charge
He's a
me.
bit of a
Bone
dark
cracker.
horse, that little blue horror, isn't he?
No bad, it's not bad. It's not a great roll though. Do I get assists for him being adjacent?
Yes,
Yeah.
because it would only be cancelled out if Josh had other fighters adjacent
So
to.
this
The
guy.
attacker.
Yeah, it's the everything centres around the attacker.
So this one counts. Oops.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you do. No, the little one.
That one counts.
That one
Sorry,
yeah.
one counts, one doesn't. So 1 success. Josh
Mhm.
against your squig.
Cool. The Squig's got 2 defense dice.
So he
Looking for
doesn't-
dodges.
Doesn't have any help.
You dodged it.
1 dodge.
You
That's all you
can
need.
you can push him if you want.
There's no way I can push him. Though, can
So
I?
that'll deal
So it
1
means
damage.
he takes the damage anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if you
Takes
if you
1
if you're
damage.
going to drive him back and there's nowhere to drive him back to, he takes the damage.
So
anyway.
that's a bit of a penalty for goblins then, because
Yeah.
the way
You're
yeah,
gonna be
exactly. The
cluttered.
weight of numbers means that a lot of the time they're going to be stuck.
Okay.
All
and
right.
It also means they're vulnerable to scatter spells because
Mhm.
it looks as though there's going to be a few more of them, and it actually is a spell that lets you just cast a lethal hex.
Right. Okay.
And
Nice.
it's that one. You just open a chasm up in the floor.
Just like a bit. The card's
Nice.
just called Big Old Hole.
So it might be actually that one's quite a good one to take for Zinch,
Yeah.
particularly
Mhm.
if they've got that spell where they choose
Yeah.
a lethal
Mhm.
hex.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay.
Objectives.
Nice little combo there.
Or do
potentially.
you have any power cards so that you want to play?
No.
No.
No, I do not.
Objectives.
I'm going to score hold objective 4.
Nice.
So that gets me a point.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately draw a new one.
No.
No?
You'll do that afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's see objectives that say score immediately.
Yep.
Whenever you meet the criteria for that, even during the action phase, you score it or
Okay.
draw a new one. The idea being that during action phases, you should always have 3 objectives in your hand,
Got
unless you've burnt through them all.
All right.
Yep.
I scored hold objective 3. I'm gonna ditch these 2 upgrade cards and keep my last 2 objective cards. So I draw 1 objective.
I'm going to
And-
ditch that. 'Cause I can't use it. It's pretty good. But I'm going to get rid of it. Ditch that.
The goblins are pretty nasty.
I'm aware. Been on the business end of them. Okay. I'm going to draw up from there. So 5 of these.
You want to take those tokens off the board, Josh?
So should I do my upgrades before I drew there?
Yeah, you
Okay.
should. Yeah.
So I'm going to use that. That was the one I had in my hand. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give him Sorceress upgrade.
I'll
So
believe
sure.
you for now.
He's a Sorceress Adept. Ben can confirm because I actually had Ben look at that card
Yeah,
to tell me what
Mhm.
he did.
So you can see how those innate cards are pretty nice for
Yeah, they're really good.
for your spellcasters.
It's not what I wanted.
I've got a couple of them in the Stormcast deck. It just means that your spells become that bit more
Mhm.
reliable.
I'm not seeing a lot of spells for this deck. I've seen 2.
So they're definitely in there.
I don't trust Ben's judgment.
I've just drawn a lot of cards where people are dead.
Shall we roll for round 3?
I've got one
Sorry,
here.
Tom. I'll leave them in order.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's roll for round 3.
Cool.
Let's do this.
I get 1 crit.
No crits. So
So
you
I
go
will
first.
take the first shot.
Okay.
We're going to activate Sour Tongue,
Who's Salton?
the fanatic.
Okay.
I think I would. I can't remember the name of the spell, but I think having watched how they play, I think one of the first changes I'm going to make to this Zinch deck is to chuck in that one that lets you summon the.
Can I have the scatter?
Because this is the first
Oh,
time I've
sorry.
actually seen
Yeah.
played the Zinch ones.
They could probably I think the Zinch Warband are more interesting than the Night Haunt, to be honest. So I might cannibalise some of the cards from the Night Haunt
Well-
deck for them.
I'm not that attached to it.
Yeah, like the Zinch Warband would benefit from that Vital Surge spell. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, the one with the healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to place it like that.
Okay.
So I'll use the full circle to move there.
Yep.
Use the cross swords to move there. Use the hammer.
It's that laser guided fanatic.
Straight in, like no issue whatsoever.
I don't think he should have 4 dice. I think if he just had 3, that would maybe fix him a bit. He seems a bit overpowered as it is.
It's the automatic wound that kills it. Like if you got a defense against it, it'd be balanced.
Yeah.
But you're basically in a situation where you're like, if you're low wound guys, you're stuck. You're just like, okay, I guess I have a wound now.
I think if you know you're up against goblins now that we've seen that, I think I'm always going to have lethal hexes down.
But even as I say, even then, he's navigated perfectly every time.
No, but
because of the
it means that if you attack him and even if you don't damage him, you can just shove him into a fire.
yeah, I suppose.
I am going
He's got
to
3 dodge as well. So
I may as
it's
well
really hard to
use the
to
spoils
roll
of
and 3
battle
health.
Spells and lethal
to
hexes.
give it a free upgrade, and we're going to give it to Gobblelook to give him 1 extra damage.
There's already some extra bullshit for Sour Tongue. Have you seen it?
No.
No. Right. There's a card that says reduce this. It's an upgrade. Reduce this fighter's move characteristic by 2 to a minimum of 0. Give them 2 extra wounds.
Oh no, I have seen that. He's
He's got 0.
0 movement because he's
So it
just
means
a
you can stick it
special
on him and
action.
make him a 5 wound guy.
Sure. No doubt. So I get to play a card now, yeah?
Yes.
I'm going to play Racking Change.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have him cast it on this dude.
Okay.
So choose an enemy fighter within 4 hexes of the caster. He suffers 1 damage and 1 additional damage for each crit. But I need 2 lightning bolty things, channels. I don't get any, so I fail to cast it. This is my game. Hang on. During this fighter's attempt to cast a spell, the caster will discard this card. I will use Potion of Clarity as a reaction to reroll one of
It's
them.
an upgrade, so you have to have had it on the.
Alright then, Ben. Let's do everything you want to do. Sorry. I'm done
Right.
in every possible sense.
It's your activation.
When I posted on my Facebook, come and see me lose, I didn't quite expect this level of decimation. It is my action. Really don't want that fanatic over there, but I don't really want that squig there either. Okay, I'm going to activate my blue horror. It's my first activation. And he's going to shoot this dude.
Alright.
Die!
Bone crackers ready.
I don't think I have anything I can do to this. No. So I need cross swords.
You've got support there. That's 2 successes.
So
Yeah,
2 successes.
nice.
Defend,
Do roll
2
two
dodges,
2 dodges. No,
2 shields. That
he's
won't do it.
dead.
Whew. I get a little victory.
Bone crackers dead.
So you can buy that.
There's no point now. I have no spells left.
That's not true.
That's not a
That's
spell,
a-
is it?
Yeah,
That's a
that's a
spell.
spell.
Oh, is
It's a
it?
spell attack.
Okay, that's bad. Well, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to buy Empowered Sorcery for Vortimus, which gives him +1 damage on all spell attack actions.
Oh shit.
Right, okay. So, with that in mind, the Gobblelook's going to attack him. Oh, hold on. Actually, we're still in the power step, aren't we?
We are, yes.
I'm going to play Little War +1 dice to the first attack action made by a friendly fighter in the next activation.
Alright.
Alright. So,
Bring it home.
4 attack dice for Gobbluk.
Yeah.
Looking for hammers. We rolled 3 hammers.
If you
Roll a
just
crit.
one crit, this would block it all.
Yeah.
Okay. He dodges. No crits, obviously. No crits, so I'll take it.
3 damage.
How's it? 3?
2 damage plus the upgrade.
He's dead. Do you want to just call it there? I feel like you're kind of prolonging my suffering at that
I'm
point.
really, really sorry.
It's not your fault.
It's the most insincere apology I've ever heard.
Good game.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
The goblins are absurd.
Saying that though, I feel like I think you're right, Tom. I think there needs to be more spells in that deck.
Yeah, I didn't have a great deal of
No,
magic to.
I feel like the Tzeentch warband maybe centers around the leader a little bit more in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good. He's really strong. I couldn't get anything off with him.
Yeah.
If he'd taken out the fanatic, which was what I wanted him to do, it could have been a different game.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing, is like most of your stuff can one shot most of Josh's fighters. It just didn't quite align for you.
Yeah. Well, I had a really bad first round where I just got smeared before I even got out the gate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the fanatic is. If your opponent deploys like a few fighters very close together, that fanatic is bonkers.
we're reconnecting. Do you want to do the raffle once it does?
It's not letting me close this bit.
Can you not? Do you not pick the winner first?
No, you need to close it to
Oh,
pick the
right.
winner.
Oh, weird.
Maybe cancel because you've already closed it.
It'll remove the current giveaway.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, are we just gonna give it to Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it's still recording.
I know, but
we're going to cheat.
yeah, but well, I mean, we could give it to Iona, but
That was rough.
Oh,
You make it sound like there's more entrants though.
Well,
You don't just
yeah.
charge
I
for
do.
the fact there's too much.
it's just
I
fine.
do apologise,
That's
Tom.
not your fault.
I think, but it certainly
Just gonna
it
go
was-
get some more water.
it was an education for me as well.
Does
And
anyone want anything from the kitchen?
I had my suspicion that the warband centered around the leader quite a bit, and that's been confirmed. I think you. I
So-
think you want a good amount of spells in there.
So welcome back.
Hello.
Our
I
feed
lost.
has been up and down. Don't know when it cut out, but Tom did.
I
Concede.
gracefully conceded.
Yes.
very
to,
gracefully.
To Josh, which was.
No
Sorry.
saltiness.
So now we are going to pick the winner of our draw for the token tray. Where are you? There, you're there. So, hello. Here it's here. Here it's here. So the winner of our token tray is Scruffy Guy. So well done. You've won yourself a very exclusive Unlucky Frog token tray.
Or potpourri tray.
Little pop-up
Or
bits here.
potpourri tray.
It's not. Don't put potpourri in it. I wouldn't recommend it. But yes, we'll be in touch to get your details and get this sent out to you.
I can get it to him. Oh, okay. I don't know
Alright.
it.
And with that, are we going to draw tonight's live stream to a close?
Well, what are we on time wise?
Nearly quarter
Well,
past 9.
you're heading away shortly, aren't
It's
you?
10 o'clock, yeah, we want 45 minutes. So,
So you could do your
You can carry on.
could do your final
Yeah,
winner
we
against
could,
winner.
yeah.
we
Oh.
could do Curse Breakers against the goblins.
I might go
See
for
how
a
that
power
goes.
nap.
And I will gracefully bow out
Yeah.
with
Cool.
my spanking.
With your
All right, so we're going to be back after a short break, guys,
Yep.
to see how the two
Two-
more dominant
yeah.
warbands play against one another.
Alright, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back in a minute.
And we're back, folks. Ben is just claiming his fancy board.
Fancy. Where did you get that?
Grand Clash,
Why did you get that?
because I placed in the top half of the.
And did Josh get one? No.
You may have noticed that Tom is no longer with us. He is-
Tom got
he
killed
is
by a
passed.
fanatic.
Tom was killed by goblins.
Yeah, the end.
The end.
Yeah. So we're gonna have like a sort of final here.
Yeah.
I don't think the goblins are gonna fare as well against these guys somehow.
No.
I think you've got quite a lot of means of dealing with my bull.
Well, for one, I'm not taking either of those boards.
Hello.
Because I have a plan.
Lethal axes.
So, well, we need to roll off first, right?
Yeah.
So,
Alright, I've got one circle, so you pick the first board.
Yep. I'm gonna go with that one.
Nice. Yep. I see what you're about. Those lethal damage. I am going to choose this really nice open board
Oh yeah.
right
I know
here.
you wanting them orientated
Yeah,
that way. Yeah.
like this.
Okay. Right. So let's.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Alright. There we go. Right. So now roll for deployment. Oh no, cards first. I'm discarding those objectives because they are awful.
I'm gonna keep mine.
It's been lovely seeing you. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right.
And I think I'm gonna have to ditch these power cards as well.
Oh dear.
Right, yeah. Right.
Okay.
You get to choose.
Yep. So you can deploy first, Josh.
Squig head is going here, and the two squigs are gonna go here.
put Amos here.
Zarbag's going to chill out at the back here.
Okay. I'm going to put Boss Man
You
just
want
there.
out? Come on. I will see to the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you. Sylvester.
So our tongue's going here.
Okay. And then we'll put Rastus here.
Alright, which leaves the rest of my guys. So we'll have the netter here. These guys just here.
Alright,
Mm-hmm.
so I get the +1. So that's 2.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. You can go first.
Okay. We're just gonna get these guys moving. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Over to you. Skirk becomes inspired.
Rastus is going to cast Empower on himself,
Mm-hmm.
which he does. So he's inspired.
Okay.
And I'll give him a wee dice to show that he's got that reroll.
Sure.
And I am not playing anything at the moment.
Same for me. Okay, let's get Sour Tongue on the move. Right. This might be a bit tricky. So I think I'll use one of those to move that. Orientate something like that. I'll not use that one. I'll use the hammer to move forward like that, and the crit to sidestep like that. And that is my second activation, and I have no other plotties.
I'm going to gather the storm.
Mm-hmm.
You want to play anything?
Nope.
Okay, and Amos is going to cast Empower. So I don't even need to roll for that.
Sure.
Give her your move, sir.
Yeah. We'll do the fanatic again.
Okay.
Well, so we'll go circle, something like that. Circle, something like that. Nuts. And hammer, something like that.
Cool.
Being this significantly less effective this game.
I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, it's your shout first.
No, I've got nothing. On you go.
I'm gonna play determined effort. And Udon Guard's gonna charge. So she is rolling 4 dice and gets to re-roll one of them.
Oh shit. It's a crit. Alright. No crits for me, so how much damage?
3.
He's dead.
Yep. And I score measured strike.
Nice. Alright. Any ploys?
Hold on a minute, sorry. Just sorting myself. I'm gonna pay 1 to give Tempest Smite to Averon. So that's +1 damage to all spell attack actions. You wanna play anything?
I'll play Make Some Noise! Move the squigs up to 2 hexes. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
Squig boys!
And I'll pay another 1 to give a lightning whip to Rastus. Okay.
I will play Sneaky Step
Yep.
to move this guy 1.
Sure. Over to you.
Yep.
Oh.
This guy will move. So his wording is this fighting up to 2 adjacent friendly squigs. So I can't move him and then they're adjacent. No.
No, it's. I think they're adjacent in that instance.
Yeah, sure. So
because I think they're supposed to function as they did in Warhammer Fantasy, right, where they were like goading them into battle.
There we go.
Okay.
It's my final activation.
So for my last activation, Bossman's going to charge. And he's going to fire off a spell at Bone Cracker. So it says Fulmination.
No.
So it's I needed a focus, so that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Okay, and no ploys from me.
None from me either.
So scoring.
I held objective 1.
I held objective 2 and cast 2 spells.
Nice. I will give incredible strength to Bone Cracker.
I'm just going to keep these and then draw up.
I'm gonna keep those, and I'm gonna keep precise use of force as well. So draw one, and
Okay. That is me.
all right. Ben in the lead fairly comfortably here.
For now.
I get one.
Yep, your shout.
Yes, we will. I'll take the play.
Okay.
So first activation is going to be moving.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll move him.
Mm-hmm.
So start with the squigs. They can move up to 3, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And because of scurry,
And
this guy can go.
that gets to move. Okay.
Actually, no. He needs to go there.
Okay. Any ploys?
No.
Okay. I'm going to pay 1 to give Warding Blast to Amos.
Mm-hmm.
So that targets all adjacent enemies.
Okay. Ow. Well, mistakes have been made.
You want to play anything?
No. No, we're good.
So I'm going to play Storm Strike. So
Okay.
that's +1 damage to.
To your next attack.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about this.
And then I'm going to pay another 1 to give her Hurricane Step. So after her attack action, I can push her
Okay.
up to 1 hex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure. She is all the bull.
In a word, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
That'll be your activation.
yeah. We're going to go for Bone Cracker first.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have support here because of the number of guys next to her. So I'm looking for cross swords. Crits. Bone Cracker. That's a crit.
Bone Cracker has 1 dice. No, how much damage?
That'll do 3 damage because of Storm Strike.
He dead.
Next squig. Crit. No, it's a crit and a success.
He's dead.
And then last guy. That's another crit. 3 damage.
He's dead. Oh.
She just killed 3 guys with 1 attack.
Crazy.
Okay. I am less hot on the goblins right now.
And I get to push her after her attack.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And yeah.
I don't see how I'm getting back into this.
No?
You've killed all my best fighters. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Are
you wanting to concede?
Call it there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well
Okay.
played. Oh, ow, ow. The Fnatic was significantly less effective in that game.
In a word, though, the goblins are not as OP as we maybe first thought.
No.
There are ways around them.
Yeah.
And basically, I think every deck is going to want some sort of multi-attack card.
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah.
Because I think these guys are going to be popular.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to play the goblins?
No, I mean, I'm looking forward to having a shot at them.
Yeah. Cool. Well, with that, folks, I think we're going to bring our first stream to a close.
Yes.
Congratulations again to Scruffy Guy for winning the token tray. We will be back 7 o'clock on Saturday,
Yes.
the 27th.
With the wonderful people from the Dice Roll Cafe.
Yes.
We're disconnected again, I think. Well, we might be reconnected, so just carry on.
Yes.
We'll actually probably be better waiting, because if we're going to
Okay,
make the
sure.
announcement about what we're doing.
Yeah, no problem.
So, in the meantime, you can enjoy Josh singing.
La 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 la.
I feel like we should take a picture of this for Tom, just to make him feel a bit better.
Hopefully by next week we will have resolved the issues with the connectivity. I'm going to have a look at what maybe the issues are.
How many times did it disconnect?
It disconnected like every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We've been on, 2 and a bit hours? That's how many times it's disconnected. It might be, there's not been, now they say that it could be lag from dropped frames. But then again, we're not sure. Hello again!
Hi, we're back.
Yes.
Apologies. Right, so yes, we are back with the Dice Roll Cafe folks on Saturday at 7 p.m. So make sure to tune in.
We are going to be playing
Atmosphere.
the old school Atmosphere.
I've never played Atmosphere.
Have you never played Atmosphere?
It's I wonder how good it's going to be.
Well, it's the VHS version.
I
We
dare
managed
say
to
the
locate
answer is
it.
probably not very.
Yeah.
We managed to locate
Have we got a
video.
VHS
Yeah,
player?
we managed to get a video
We do.
player.
Yeah.
So we're going to play the old school Atmosphere.
Yeah.
So
Looking
maybe an
forward to
experience
it.
for you, Ben.
Maybe experience for everyone, I think.
Yeah. And have we got anything else?
On the Wednesday after?
On the Wednesday, yes. On Halloween itself, we'll be streaming from 7 o'clock again.
Yep.
Be playing an Unlucky Frog favourite.
Yes.
Try saying that with a drink in you.
Yeah.
Unlucky Frog favourite.
So-
Betrayal at House in the Hill.
Yeah.
Of course, in anticipation of Betrayal Legacy coming out. So
Yes.
it's going to be good.
Yes,
Cool.
we will enjoy Atmosphere.
Yeah, thank you.
And hopefully next week we will have, I'll say next week, hopefully by Saturday we will have resolved the issues with the connectivity. So again, thanks to everyone that stayed with us to watch. We know it's been jumping in and out, but hopefully you've been able to enjoy it nonetheless.
Yes.
We have recorded the whole thing on our side anyway, so
Yes.
we will upload it to Twitch and YouTube for future viewings.
Yes. And with that, folks, have a good night. We will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.